Hi there, I'm going to do a video here to show you some of the equipment that I'm using for sleeping outside in the winter. Now what I'm doing tonight is I'm actually sleeping on my balcony here, and I'm testing some new gear that I have in a controlled situation. I got thermometers here to tell me what the temperature is, and it's so I can sleep out here, and if I get too cold, I'm not going to freeze my ass off and die out in the woods, and I'm just going to go inside and warm up. So I'll just take you through what I got. My first layer here, down the bottom, if you can see it, it's a tarp that has like a silver coating on it. Primarily, it's just here to protect the bottom of all my equipment because it's all waterproof and fairly lightweight. And it just the floor on the bottom of my balcony is quite abrasive, and it does provide a little bit of reflective insulation, just in case. And in the you know, on a trip, it can be used, folded out as a tarp for protection, turned into emergency shelter. A lot of great uses. So it's a great piece of gear that I keep around. I've got a Mount Laurel designed Superlight Bivy. Again, new to me. I'm using it tonight just to make sure it doesn't get too much condensation built up on the inside. I'm not too worried about it. The reviews, everything I've read online has been fantastic. But I just want to see how it fits, how much room there is, if it compresses the insulation. Everything that I've tried out so far, it seems fine. But again, I'm going to put it to the test and sleep out here tonight. For my mattresses, on the bottom I've got a Therm-A-Rest Neo Air regular length. It's a great mattress, super comfy, but not necessarily the warmest thing when it gets below zero. So on top of it, I've got a ½ centimeter thick Eviso pad. It's just a closed cell foam, as just a extra little tidbit of insulation. Onto my bags, I've got two sleeping bags. My main sleeping bag is a Mountain Equipment Co-op Merlin -3. I've used it right down to 0, -1. I've woken up with frost on things in the morning, and it's worked out great. And then for a little bit of added warmth, over here, this is a big Agnes Yampa 40, and this is an overbag. It's cut a little bit larger, has no insulation on the bottom. It's just a sheet of nylon with a pocket that you can put your pad into to keep it from moving around. And then it's down on the top. Both these sleeping bags are down, so this is just an extra couple inches of down insulation for me to keep me extra warm when it gets cold. Temperatures tonight, right now it's sitting about -7, -8. It's supposed to be going down to -20, so it's supposed to be pretty chilly. So then I tuck into all of this. I'm wearing merino wool socks, just long underwear, synthetic long underwear, synthetic quick-dry pants. I have a synthetic insulation lightweight jacket. This is a Mountain Equipment Co-op Physique jacket. And then some synthetic long underwear on the top as well. And then, most importantly, my toque. This is just a cheap couple dollar toque that I picked up. Rolls up. It's nice. I like to roll it down over my eyes. Keeps my face warm at night. Also keeps the light out in the morning, so I don't wake up too early. I find I'm very, very sensitive to the light, so it helps me sleep in a little bit. But I'm going to snuggle in here and put this to the test, and I'll check in with you in the morning and let you know how it goes. It's cozy. Well, good night, and I'll see you in the morning. Alright, so it's the morning, and see my breath for sure. It just looking at my thermometer here, it actually doesn't look like it got down as much as it was supposed to. Well, the forecast, or the temperature outside, said it made it down to just short of -20, but my thermometer didn't go much below -9, maybe -10. So I think that there's, because the balcony I'm on is actually screened in, and it's not that big. There's a lot of window, so I think there's a fair bit of heat escaping and getting caught out here, and that may be contributing to the temperature. Other than that, everything seems to have worked as it should. I ended up waking up in the night and actually being too hot. I had to shed some layers here. I ended up taking off my jacket. But other than that, only minor condensation on the inside of the bivy. I found that without the bivy, the temperatures that I was experiencing, my face was getting cold. I actually felt like I kind of had windburn on my face. You know, that's how I feel. I feel like I have windburn on my face, kind of thing, from being exposed for the first bit of the night. And then I actually took the top of the bivy, which I don't really need it closed in right now. And I did this up, and there's just a little bit of mesh here. It's caught my pillow. But yeah, I did this right up and just breathed through this little piece of mesh, and it surprisingly caught a lot of the warm air inside, and it kept any of the breeze that was coming through off me, and it made a big difference. Now, you can hang this up, but I don't have anything to hang it off of. And then inside, around this mesh, there was some condensation, but that was about it. There was some condensation just near this part where I was breathing, but other than that, everything worked out really well. And also forgot to mention that I have a big Agnes Clear View air pillow. It's pretty neat, rolls up to next to nothing, and you can do a couple of different shapes with it. I like it just with the end folded over, tucked under my neck, for a bit of extra height and extra support at night. But yeah, so far everything's a success. Definitely good to go to -10. I'm sure I can go a bit cooler than that, seeing as I ended up shedding layers. So, well, maybe I'll take the temperature and I'll try it again tonight, depending on how I'm feeling, and I'll let you guys know tomorrow. Bye now.